English show with your host, none other than Joey, from Monday to Friday. Stay tuned.
Yes, good afternoon, family. Karibuni sana. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Hope you've had a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Looking forward to a beautiful week ahead of you. 51 minutes past the top of the hour, right here in the 24 Welcome, right here on the Black.Welcome network radio station media of the 21st century. This is the Pan African Bliss Show, which is brought to you every Monday to Friday from 12:30 to 1:30. And of course, my name is Joby. Once again, for those who are just tuning in for the first time, those who are on YouTube, on Twitter, on TikTok, karibuni sana na cheki tuko na DJ Maloza 254. Shout out to you. Shout out to Dixon. Hello to you too. Good afternoon. Hope you're doing amazing. Shout out to Carolina. Hope you guys are doing great. And everyone who's on the website as well, on the show page, on our Amazon TV, on Roku TV, on the radio station app, on Spotify, those who get to catch the shows in form of a podcast. Hope you guys do get to enjoy these amazing episodes, where today we shall be taking it, of course, down the hill what has been happening during the weekend, where our major focus shall be going to Zimbabwe, which actually is doing something amazing, something that most of the African countries is the main reason why they are actually kept on slavery, why African countries are not allowed to actually speak, stand, and acquire power because of the resources that have been stolen and which are still continuously being stolen. And we're talking about our heritage, literally. So Zimbabwe actually is looking forward to be compensating the local and foreign, which comes as a red flag with the foreign farmers, which actually they are supposed to be getting $20 million that is due to their stolen land. So we shall be going through the article as we get to see what basically Zimbabwe direction, or what direction they're taking, how many people are going to be benefiting from this, because we had Robert Mugabe who had tried this, and we've been seeing white people back and forth, trying to ensure that black people will never ever get their lands back. But apart from that, we shall also discuss what is happening in Burundi, where farmers are also banned to get fair prices. That is for avocado. If you look at the market of avocado right now in Africa, it has gone super quite down. And this is because we've seen the Chinese market or the Chinese farmers, I'd say the market literally, it has completely taken over and control of our avocado production. So we shall be discussing about that. We shall also discuss about Democratic Republic of Congo, which is kicking off with the vaccination against the mpox, which started yesterday. On Friday, I discussed about Kenya and Ghana, which actually were the first African countries that started, of course, going ahead with the vaccination. And of course, we'll speak lightly on that. We don't want to go deep on that right now. If anyone is not aware, I don't know how we can save you, but see you on the next one. But also we shall talk about Cape Town protests, which actually took over yesterday. We're talking about Israel actually, which has marked 1 year since Hamas attack. So yesterday in South Africa, we had a few people who took it to the streets to demonstrate about the Palestine war. But apart from that, I have a video to share after this short musical break coming from South Africa, because I think this is one among the videos, many of videos you happen to maybe accidentally bump into out there. I've once shared this video of this dude who was from America. I can't remember which state of America, but he said he feels he was born white and he feels white all the time, despite him being black, despite him being melanated, despite him coming from a lineage of only black heritage. He says for him, he feels he doesn't belong to the black society. He doesn't have the black characters. He doesn't want to be involved in anything to do with the black people. But it seems like this is actually, I don't want to call it a stereotype, but it's becoming something that is completely now taking over. And it made me question a lot about South Africans, because if you look at how they talk highly of themselves and highly of white people, where they have failed to understand the reason why they have a road split between them, and you are living in poverty while the rest of the people who are the other race, they hate the shit out of you, are living good. You lack water, but the fellow white neighbor across the road cannot even actually help you. So the video I'll be showing after this short musical break is coming from two ladies, because she says for her, ever since she was born, she's been raised white. She doesn't feel black. She doesn't feel anything to do with black. And I don't want to call it a stereotype. I don't know what to call it. But, in every country, there's always a culture shock when you go. I don't know. What's your first time? Maybe you can let me know. What's your first time culture shock? Because Naira Marley says it all, man.
all the way Fire Radio.
Yes, and of course, I'll be coming back with the quote of the day. Share anything positive to keep us going throughout the week. Big up to Mary. After the show, 5 years in my room. I did not take love. I feel like he meant literally xenophobic. I think like he meant with the South Africa cyclophobia, that is them being xenophobic,
I'm a president. First time in America. First time in America. Stop in America. Stop in America. First time in America. First time in America. Stop in America. Stop in America. First time in America. Stop in America. Stop in America. Stop in America. First time in America. Stop 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 in America. First time in America. Stop in America. Stop in America. And you tuning into the Black Fire Radio, and you're listening to Yes Massive Wagwa, Andrew Robinson, Jamaican brother there, reaching out to all the massive on the African continent, and you're tuning into the Pan-African Bliss Show with your host, none other than Joby, from Monday to Friday. Stay tuned. Andrew Robinson, no respect and justice for all. Big up, massive. Yes, and of course, Karibuni sana once again. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Everyone who's live with us, tuning in via Twitter, on the show page, on the Amazon TV, on Roku, on Rumble, on BitChute, on the TikTok page, Karibuni sana, on the radio, on Spotify, on Spreaker, wherever you're man. And of course, for you to stay connected with us on all those amazing platforms. In case you're on one of these amazing platforms and you're wondering how can you get connected to the rest of the apps, if you are on YouTube, first subscribe. If you are on Twitter, ensure you also do so, you subscribe. And of course, once you do so, also take 5 minutes of your time, maybe after the show or maybe right now, rush to the Google Play Store, download our app, which is very easy to find. If you're using any Android device, search for Black Hot Fire Network separately. Don't combine the words. Black Hot Fire Network. And of course, you'll be able to find us there and download the app. Once you have the app, of course, it has amazing features. Number one, I'm live on our show page. And through our show page, also, you can be taken to our amazing TV section. So you can either choose to click the TV section if you don't want to stream live with us on, on YouTube, if you don't get the time, and you can be able to watch maybe at home. The application allows you, or Amazon TV or Roku TV allows you to stay connected on the Black Hot Fire Network application. And after that, of course, I have the amazing, this shared page on my end. Of course, you can check out our Black Hot Fire Network store page. It has amazing, trust me, amazing, positive, productive, and very helpful supplements. We're talking about different categories. We have the sports and nutritions, we have vitamin and minerals, we have proteins and blends, we have amino acids blends, we have beauty supplements, we have food and beverages, we have natural extracts, and of course, so much more. But of course, as you check on the vitamins, we have amazing products, and sure you check them out. We have the vitamin D, which is very helpful for you. Green superfood. We have complete multivitamin. We have energy strip, and of course, all the way down. Anything you'd love to order that actually is supposed to be helping you. If in case you're looking for vitamins that are supposed to be helpful to you, this is the way to go. Black Hot Fire Network store. Black Hot Fire Network Sports Store is where you can check. Under the beauty supplements, you also have the Alpha Energy. We have Brain and Focus Formula.
We have the conjunctive support, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and the colon gentle cleanser. And there's one that Keith was making fun of. That was during on Friday before before we winded up the show. But of course, check out also the beverages where we have amazing coffees. Personally, I said I want to try the Manuka honey coffee. I don't know about you, but we also have the mushroom coffee fusion. We have the hemp coffee blend. We also have the Brazilian blend. So, John Mosquito, I don't know what you're waiting for. I mean, it's all, you know, all there. And all the rest of the family, Jibba Jabba, K. Williams, who I've not seen in a while. Hope he's doing amazing. You can check out and order these amazing, amazing products. And then last but not least, on our sports page, we also have the natural beverages. You can check out where we have the lion's mane mushroom, the honey goat weed. Remember what Kate told you what that does for you, for the men. If you want to get energized, that's the way to go. Turmeric gummies, I'd love to try that. Personally, I love some turmeric on my food, literally meat or beans. I'm going to have turmeric on one of them. And we also have the sea moss and much more. So ensure you have the application on your phone, family, and of course, make those orders. You guys have been requesting for those supplements to be actually, updated, and of course, so that you guys can make an, uh, that is a purchase. Ensure you do so. But of course, karibuni sana once again. As we get started, I want to start with this video like I promised. And then after that, I'll be sharing another video of this innovative guy coming from Nigeria before we get into the political side of what is happening or what took place during the weekend in Africa. Shout out to Ikan Fire. I see you with a question. You're saying, ever since I was born, I felt black. I know that's on period, and that's how it's supposed to be. But I don't know. I don't understand South Africans, man, because with this video, it made me just kind of try understand now where these people are coming from, the mentality, the brainwash. Yeah, it's the mentality and brainwashing. But this is a high level of brainwashing in Africa, but this is a high level of brainwashing that I've seen, because I think this is the second or the third video I'm bumping into. I think the second, probably. The other one was from that Black American man, like I said, and this one is from South Africa. So this one I'd support Keith a little bit, just a little bit. I still love me South Africa and the people. Such kind of a mentality is so hard for you to such kind of a mentality is so hard for you to actually to fight for revolution. Such kind of mentality, which is reasoning like
thoughts. I think in my case, it's weird. Through my eyes, I don't see my gran as black, and I don't see myself as black.
What do you see yourself as?
I'm a white person. It's weird. I know. I sound like
no, and this is the whole purpose of the show. Automatically, when anybody says that, especially because everybody's getting all woke right now, is for me to get an understanding of, like, I know we've had a conversation where you say you live the Afrikaans culture. I mean, your man is Afrikaans, but do you see yourself as black and white? And for you to say white, is that because of the Afrikaans upbringing, or because there's nothing black that you can identify with?
It's difficult because I don't identify as being black. Also, like, I was brought up white. So
what do you mean you were brought up white? That's actually, that now made me that triggered my mind, and I'm like, what do you mean you've been brought up white? Can you just emphasize and explain that? I'd love you to explain, what do you mean you've been brought up white? Is it that you've been adopted by white people? Because if you grow up in such kind of an environment, still with the racism, it shouldn't allow you to make you feel white. So I'm trying to understand, were you adopted by black people? Because what kind of nonsense is this? And this is the main reason actually you see majority of black people again leading themselves to bleaching. Because Yeah, and even that black guy shared his image. I remember the doctor told him, shout out to John Mosquito. I remember he was the one on the show that day. The doctor told him, you're gonna be looking ugly as F if you do literally the transformation from you being dark to the white complexion. The reality is that you're gonna be ugly as F. And he was like, I don't care. This is just so crazy.
I couldn't learn how to thoughts. I think in my case, it's weird. Through my eyes, I don't see my gran as black.
Have you ever dated a black man?
No.
Would you ever date a black man?
No.
See, that's how bad it is. It has led you have a certain type of mindset or belief, wanna be, to the point where you can't relate even with your race, like even when it comes to dating. All you want is the white man. Let's go.
Why not?
It's not, I don't think it's the skin color or the black, it's just the culture.
So what if you met a guy who had a similar upbringing to you? Very similar.
So again, when you talk about the culture, and then me knowing everything that I know right now, looking at the white people's culture and our culture is totally two different things. So when you talk about the difference in culture, their culture is so full of animosity. Their culture is what we see now. Diddy, Jay-Z is supposed to be next, and majority why they are involved in what they're involved in, literally. That is the culture. But Africa culture has always been full of, number one, civilization, a lot of positive things that they have snatched even away from us, even innovation. Like I'll be sharing next. Continue.
Similar story. Grew up in the farms, was raised in an Afrikaans household, doesn't know his home language, or maybe does, but is quite, rich in Afrikaans culture.
I think it would be weird for me.
Have you ever dated a black man?
So
No.
you said it is weird for her.
When did you realize
This is another one. This is the second one.
that you were actually a white person trapped in a black person's body?
It's literally since I was born. I've always known it, because even when I cried as a baby, I didn't cry loud like an African child. I cried sort of softly and more quiet like a European child.
I mean, what type of nonsense? How did you even know how you were crying as a child? How did you even know the type of cry you had as a child? Unless it's your parent who made you and fed you the belief that they want you. That is just so crazy. But I had to share that because it's not the first time I've seen that kind of a video. I think this is the second time, again, I'm confirming. The first one was that guy from America, and I was shocked. So I don't know how to call this. What is this? How do we call this, Akan? Like anyone? Like how do we say, what do we call this? This is way beyond brainwashing. As much as it's part of brainwashing, this is not a narrative, I'd call it. This is not a stereotype. This is not a conspiracy theory. I mean, how do I call this? How do we even term this? This one lacks a term for me to call. What sort of hatred is this? Because that is what it comes with. So sad. But on this other end, when you talk about innovation, as she talks about culture of Black people has always been amazing. This is a Nigerian man who's on a wheelchair. He has critical conditions, but he has managed to come up with a gas that is just using water, nothing else. We've seen recently, that was I think in Cameroon, after the Zimbambwe guy who innovated the TV that didn't require electricity. Then he was killed. In Cameroon, we've also had the similar case recently. I think 2 weeks ago, I saw the video. There's a guy who has managed to come up with a TV that doesn't require any electricity. Every time we see this kind of situations pop, these people or the innovation is never. I've not seen any African leader to be specific that has used it or literally taken use of these kids without having the European or the white man involved. So let me share this very quickly as we get into other news. It's crazy. Then I see Ikanya's comments over there. See what he's saying.
How many of you have seen something like this before? This man is using water to make gas. He created his own gas cooker. And that's not just it. He also created his own rechargeable fan and a bucket heater. This is happening live in Yola, Adamawa State, Nigeria. And this is his story.
This is what Tinubu should be focusing on. Such kind of mindsets to see how you can actually, how you can be able to elevate different lives in Nigeria, because Nigeria being a very populated country, or the most populated country in Africa, before everyone gets to pick up even using the big gas, because you can see it's something super small. I don't know if you guys can see my screen. Let me try do this. It's something small but literally helpful. Unlike the way we used to, because for us, we just moved from the stoves like just a few years ago. I think 2010, that's when people stopped using the stoves. Gas is something, even till today, there's still some people who still use stoves actually in the slums, because no one has the money to fill up gas every month, especially if you have people in the house, like, a number of 5 people, a household of 5 people, or 6, or even 4. Like, not everyone has the amount to be refilling gas every month. So there are those who are relying on the stoves, which you can see the amount of diesel, petrol in Nigeria, still in a country which produces oil. Majority of them still are complaining about the prices, which need to be subsidized. So this kind of innovation, we should have someone like Tinubu, the governors, the MPs, figure a way how you can come up with a budget, come up with job opportunities. Let this man share his idea and create this kind of gases that actually should be distributed for free. I don't know how, but if for free, or if there's a way how they're going to make profit, but I don't know. But number one, you've created job opportunities. So that is how you've also, number one, helped the population by creating job opportunities. So even if it's going to be, of course, it's going to have to make profit for them to be paid. You have to make it affordable in a way where this, and the target should be actually, you should market it to the slums, where people should stop using the stoves, because these stoves have led to so many houses, especially in the slums, being burned. It's a child using the stove, it ends up literally, the house is lit, the whole slum is lit. So in short, the presidents, because it's not just Nigeria, in so many African countries, we've had so many African people who are coming with different innovations, but the light is never shined on them. They're never focused on the worst agendas on how we can actually continue relying and feeding money to the people who are making our lives harder is what is being focused on, which is crazy.
Hi, my name is Mohammed Alhatu. I'm from Adamawa State, Yola. As you can see, I'm on wheelchair, but due to my condition still, I decided to make this innovation with heater, bucket, rechargeable fan, and water cooker. This is my innovation.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe you created these items yourself.
Yes, I'm the one that created it.
And I do believe with different mindsets, they can come up with different ways, or a simple way on how they can, it won't require the rechargeable heater, because not also everyone in Nigeria, and if so, electricity has to be available. People cannot be in the dark and I need to cook and I need to recharge my heater for me to, there has to be electricity. Like, all I'm saying, things will have to start working. The mindset, people are there to make things move in the simplest, smallest ways. But who are we talking to? Tinubu?
How did you come about this?
It due to my condition. Since I have a spinal cord injury, I just stay at home without work, without anywhere to go. So one day I come to think of what will I do so that to survive by myself without depending anybody. So the first thing I did, I made a water heater bucket, and that is my first innovation, water heater bucket. Then later I come to innovate a rechargeable fan that you can charge it 4 hours. When it's full, it will give you air for good 12 hours. And then still later I innovate this water cooker.
My goodness, this is really impressive. The one I'm most impressed about is the water cooker. So you are able to mix fuel and water together and it produces gas.
Yes, it's just combination of petrol and water. People are come to think of petrol, but cooking gas.
You mean petrol?
Yes, petrol. So cooking gas is almost more dangerous than petrol, and I'm just using the gas for that petrol to blow it to the burner and make a fire that it will keep like water cooker.
For how long now have you made this water cooker?
It's almost 6 months now.
So for 6 months, you and your family have been using it?
Yes.
Wow, this is really impressive. And you've not had any issues using it?
There is no any issue.
So if you buy 1 liter of petrol, how long does it last your family?
Is I can just give like my own family, we are 4. So the meal of 4, twice day meal, it will take 1 liter, can take you good 5 days to 1 week. It depends on what are you cooking.
Oh my goodness, this man has.
Depending on what you're cooking, so you can't be cooking like ugali for like 10 people every single day. It's not gonna sustain. That cannot even cook ugali. So I bet even if they're cooking fufu, it has to be very quick. Like no time to waste. No time to waste, because the subsidies of the fuel has not worked.
Not just created a product for himself, but this is something that will be valuable to a lot of people. Do you know how much people spend every month buying gas?
Exactly.
A family of 4 depending on 1 liter of petrol just to survive.
Imagine.
Cooking 2 times a day for 1 week. This is really impressive. I am not aware if there are other people in Nigeria doing this, but I'm just meeting this young man, and as far as I'm concerned, what he has created is really impressive. Whatever you think about this, kindly indicate in the comment section. Now let's talk about the bucket heater. That's what you call it?
Yes, heater bucket.
Heater bucket. Okay. So how long have you been using that one?
It's almost 7 years now.
And you've not had any issues?
I don't have any issue with it.
Wow, this is really impressive. So you and your family, you bathe with hot water every morning?
Yes, all morning, evening.
Are you serious? This man is enjoying, Okay, what about the fan? You created this with a pipe and aluminium.
As you know, mostly person with spinal cord injury, we need fresh air. So I'm in the place where there is no light. So that's why I come to think of how can I get that air. So that's why I come to innovate this rechargeable fan.
My goodness. Wow, this is really impressive. They say out of hunger comes your talent.
I know. When your stomach touches your backbone, you'll think that's what's up. That's basically what he's trying to say. I believe that is what Tinubu should actually be focusing on. Like I said, we have so many young, talented people, but their innovations are always snatched away from them, either advanced, and then a white man is gonna claim that's theirs. So it is beautiful to see that we have such kind of capabilities. That is a whole business standing over there, literally. That is a whole business. If only anyone could fund it. But anyway, karibu sana Keith.
Asante Sana, Joby. What are you talking about now? What this
How you
kid do?
doing?
I'm all right. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. We're just sharing a video there of I don't want to go back to it, or innovations that most of we have seen kids do right here in Africa. And I was just sharing that video over there.
Okay.
That guy innovated a gas that does not require gas, but just water and a mixture of petrol. That's all. And I was saying
Okay,
that if you
awesome.
try look at if you try look at majority of the households in Africa, not everyone can buy gas every single month. It's expensive. It is, because we don't even have electricity. How do you expect me to figure out how I can be able to fund myself on gas? I was saying also, like, I feel like for Africa we've advanced just even with the gas itself. Like 14 years ago, because in 2010 we were still using the stoves, and till to date in slums I've seen majority of the times where the fire outbreaks, why they happen is because of the stoves. You find a kid was using the stove, they didn't switch it off.
It outbreaks. Not because of that. Outbreak because Africa's been left underdeveloped. shit that's supposed to have been already done. You got shit in these slums that's 100 some years old. It's technology that they're like, what is this shit you doing? What is this goofy shit? It's underdeveloped.
It's the same thing I say. But I'm trying to explain, and also what I believe Tinubu should do, the governors, the MPs of whatever state or county that guy is coming from in Nigeria, because only a gas that requires just water and petrol station, and also understanding the subsidization of the fuel itself also is not working for majority of Nigerians. So that shows you, if I was saying, if they can take this young man and then let him share the idea to like majority of the youth, which creates job opportunity, right? Come up with 1,000 stores and the marketing.
They're not gonna do it.
I know. The market should be focused. The marketing should be focused on the slums, where the encouragement is stop using the
How much is
this.
how much is the device cost? How much does he sell it for? Is it feasible? Can they buy it? Can they afford to buy it?
He has not talked about the price, but it's very cheap. Like, it's because he says uses only a liter petrol a week. So that is
We're not talking about the use. We're not talking about the usage. We're talking about how much does it cost to build it.
He has not talked about it.
See, so that's what we're talking about. We got to know how much it costs to build it to put in the mass production. So, because he's trying to help the poor, so can't poor people afford it. Because you got to mass produce it. You got to find what are the materials you use. Are the materials cheap and affordable, and can be mass produced to get out to the everyday people? Those are your first things you got to ask. So, is materials he using cheap? And can we mass produce it? If we can't mass produce it, it's useless. A good idea goes nowhere, Joby, if you can't mass produce it.
Well, I believe, according to what I've seen the video and listening to him, I believe that is something that's very cheap to come up with. It doesn't seem like it requires anything complex. It's just pipes and of water and kerosene, and that's it. And you just find the cylinder of the gas that lights, and that's it. So I don't believe that is expensive. But before we get to move on to the next conversation,
these stories are shameless. Stories are sad. These stories are sad and shameless that you're showing. Africa's so fucking far behind that none of these morons have done nothing about it. No peering, no nothing. Africa is almost like in a Stone Ages. It's in a Stone Age world where the rest of the world is goddamn mostly mechanized already. Africa's back like 700-800 years ago. Shit is shameful. But leaders don't give a shit. They don't care. It's shameful. I'm like, how do you go to summits and people laugh at African people? Just laugh and just disrespectful because you haven't done shit to bring Africa into the 21st century. It's really shameful.
As we get to continue, things are changing. So yeah, things are changing. It is shameful, but things are changing. That is what I'll say for now. Things are changing.
Okay.
We no longer we have to appreciate that. At least we can't keep on saying just being negative all the time. Like, we know it's our leaders have failed, but everyone is trying to make a change.
What we're saying is not negative. It's not negative what I'm saying. I didn't say anything negative. Speaking the truth is not negative. Either it is or it's not. I didn't say it in a hateful way. I said this is what's happening. It has nothing to do with calling something negative. Being factual is not negative, Jody. Factual is factual. I didn't say, my God, I wish you don't even try to do it. That'd be negative. I'm just speaking out factually what is going on the ground. That it's shameful. That's not negativity. That's just speaking out the truth. Go ahead.
As we continue, Ikan Ali was saying people are ashamed of the defeats that Black people are
I know we're exactly.
So
It is shameful, econ. It's shameful, econ, because white people laugh at us so bad, and they use the African continent as the gauge of all African people. They say you niggas that have been looking at Africa all fucked up. I'm laughing at my BitChute page where they say you niggas ain't never built. You see how fucked up Africa is? You can't even build decent nothing over there. It's all backward. You're low IQ. You fuck. It's just like, man, does anybody have any self-respect? You know, so Africa being fucked up, it brings out all Africans globally. I told you, you're attached to Africa, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not, okay, you sitting your ass in Brazil, America, you don't want to be attached to Africa, you are. And look at that and say, look at this. It's 2024. This motherfucker making some goofy stove with water. Should have been made 150 years ago. These people know electricity, still backward. They just like, God damn, how do you know good bastards don't just decide not to develop Africa? It's just shit. Sometimes the shit just blows my fucking mind. But some Africans still gotta live.
As we continue, still Ikan says, if you try to catch your shadow, you'll never catch it. You'll never catch it. And if you run from your shadow, you'll never get away. That's true. Good morning to you too, Jiba Jabba. You can also ask, the truth can be sometimes obnoxious. Well,
exactly, be obnoxious, but not negative. Exactly, obnoxious because it is. It's it's like, wow. It's like, does anybody care? Does anybody ever give a damn? Most Africans are ignorant, so they don't know they all fucked up. But a lot of them, that's why they're running out of Africa. They know Africa's fucked up. That's why they're trying to get the fuck out of there. But you got all these Africans streaming everywhere. They know on the ground that, like, but damn, do anybody ever give a damn and say, you know what? Let's build this shit properly. Go ahead, Joby.
Yeah, but we will. Slowly, we will. We're supposed to go back to the streets, so I believe we will. But as we continue, this is coming from Burundi, where the farmers have been band together to get fair prices of avocado. And let me share as we get on.
When it's avocado harvesting season in rural Burundi, dealers roam the villages to buy the crop. The transactions have no particular structure. They happen on the roadside, and exporters often dictate the terms. But a recent intervention by the government and farmers' cooperatives has worked to protect growers' interests. I collect avocados from farmers in this area because the people here trust me.
So we know in Africa, in the few recent years, the avocado market has gone. It has been super bad. The avocado prices have really hiked up more than we've ever seen. Even myself, sometimes I go buy avocado and I'm like, nah, that's you lying. You're stealing from me, because avocados used to be very cheap and available, because we have seasons. But you find even during the season, sometimes the prices are really hiked. I've seen the Chinese, to be specific.
About the Chinese are coming in.
Yeah.
They're like avocados and hiking those prices and still in African land. So if you're going to be a moron, let other people come to your countries and steal your land and do your business. And that's what you're going to get. I'm trying to. I can't be more nice to the African no more for not knowing shit. And I'm glad you mentioned the Chinese. I was about to mention them again. Your prices are fucked up because other people now control your price of avocado. Okay? The question is, what are you going to do about it? Sorry, Joe.
They bring anything from 2 crates to 10, 20 crates, and I deliver them to be exported. Acting as intermediaries, groups such as Green Gold Burundi, which represents 200,000 farmers nationwide, are better positioned than individual growers to ensure they're not getting exploited. The Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, recently released a list of countries that export avocados, and Burundi was not on the list. That's why we moved quickly and did our best to get certification that will allow us to be a
I wish Africans knew how alarming this is. As for me, that's what I'd say, because right now we can see them trying to control our indigenous seeds, right? So we should
Of
figure out
course,
how we can trade, within each other as a
a seed
continent.
bank. Create your
Yeah.
own
So,
seed bank.
but sadly, we rush into the exportation, not even trying to improve our own market. And I believe the
Oh, and the lights went off. I think the lights went off on Joby. Just talking about that shit. I think the lights just went off. That if I got the studio, I can't get a damn generator over there. Cause too much noise, it probably be stolen. Shit. Yep. But African, the damn lights. I heard that thing go click. Those are damn lights. Lights that gone off. So they come back on or not. Talking about the problems of Africa, and then the damn lights go off. That's what I'm doing this morning. I was up pretty early. I get ready to go to work. Start your day. That's coming. Oh, you at work now? Okay. Work early. It's about 6. Time you get to work at 6 o'clock or something? Michelle? It's about like 6:30 right now. Feeling great. That's what's up. Oh, you guys are feeling great. Let me. You guys with some bad news. I had to let Maria and them go for a couple of weeks. I just don't have the funds to pay them. So don't look for Maria and Seto to be doing those shows maybe in the coming months or whatever till I get my finances back up. I've got too many damn projects I'm running. I had to lay them off for right now. I don't got enough money. I don't got enough money coming in to keep them paid, keep them employed. No matter how hard it is in Uganda, it's not. Don't got enough money to pay for everybody. There's too many. Yeah, I got too many goddamn employees. Not just employees that Black got fired in Kenya and Uganda. I got employees at the farm and all other kind of shit. So I just didn't have enough. Nobody's buying the products. Nobody's donating. So I just had to let them go today. It's sad. I'm sad about it. You know, hopefully when the harvest comes in, I can bring them back. We'll see. It's getting hard everywhere. It's getting rough. Uh, uh, shit, excuse me. Sure they gonna make it back. Traffic is crazy out in Houston. Shit. I'm in Central Time. It's not even 6 o'clock yet out here. Shit. Like 5:40. Oh man, your cash flow problems. Hope I can bring those guys back soon. It won't be too long. We'll see. We shall see. We'll give him about five. We'll give him about 5 or 10 more minutes. I don't know if the light's gonna come back on or not. We'll see. Not looking too good. I heard that click that. You know, I can now hear when the power goes out here and click. Nope. That's the power. Yeah. I love the show too, but no one's donating any money, Michelle, so I can't give them what I don't got. They've been doing good work, I must admit, but gotta have money to keep it going. No one works for free. Like I told them, they do good work. Of course, they were upset. She said, are you letting the Kenyan staff go too, or just us? I said, well, you guys are the smaller staff right now. It's just you two, you three, really. Gotta cut where I gotta cut. And not happy about it. I like them too, but there's no money to pay them. So you know, I think when the harvest comes in, I make some money from that. I can bring them back. Until I can bring them back. Those guys, what are you supposed to do? I don't know. I can't give you what I don't got. I can't give you what I don't got. Okay. Like I want to lay them off or something. What are we supposed to do? I don't know what you're supposed to do. But I can't give you what I don't have. Do. So, hopefully it won't be for long. Black people realize shit costs money. Costs money for people to work. It's not there. Yeah. I love Maria Seta. It's hard. It wasn't easy on me to do that. Especially Seto. He's so kind and nice. Not easy. No. Destroying what they've come to build up and the income that they've had. It allows them to live decent lives. It does suck. Exactly. Exactly. That's the real truth, Jibber Jabber. That's the truth. And it's squeezing the shit out of me. That's the truth. Exactly right. That is the truth. So we'll see. Hopefully it won't be too long. I don't think Joker gonna make it back. I think them lights that went off on her ass. Exactly right, Michelle. Struck everywhere. That's the truth. That's definitely the truth. Said nothing but the truth there. And I held out probably as long as I could, until I just had to bite the bullet this morning. Hey, I'll just lay you guys off. Not firing you, just laying you guys off for a little while. Hopefully they can find something else until then. Africa, there are no jobs there at all, especially no fucking Uganda. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. I don't think the lights are coming back on right now. I come back on later in the day. My phone's at least charged. Ask her, the lights are going out. And But she got her phone charged and answered. Power go off. I'm sure it did. Yes, Dr. Moore pitched to some other places, some non-profits, see if we can afford that to ease some of the financial burden. Anyway, let's see how that goes. I'll wrap this up, guys. And hopefully like to come back on. I'll talk to you guys later. Everybody have a good morning. Peace.